All right. So did you guys go out and vote today? It's election day. It's the
What did I tell you guys?
most important day of the year because
What did I famously been quoted saying?
I went and
It's
voted.
fucking over, dude.
I went and voted a million times. I went to every voting poll to make sure I voted at every single one of them. I
doing your civic duty, buddy.
I did my civic duty. I'm number one on the leaderboards for Manhattan for number one voter in Manhattan. There's some cocksucker in the Bronx that has me beat for the city overall. I'm number 2 in the city because of some cocksucker in the Bronx. But I'm the number one voter in all of Manhattan. I voted in the most amount of places in all of Manhattan today.
You made sure to get there early so that you beat all the lines.
You know what? I purposely got there late just to flex so I could wait on the lines. So I could wait on the lines and be like, you know what? I'm still number 1 in Manhattan for voting. And I waited online for funsies to flex on you guys.
That's right.
Oh, you're not going to wait online to vote? Democracy dies in the dark. It's fucking over for you, dude. I hope you like Kathy Howlucha again because you didn't fucking vote. Me, I voted for Legion of Zeldin fucking 96 times today. I voted for him 96 times. I spent my whole day. I was actually late to this recording because I just got to make sure I was voting a couple more times, getting those numbers in, getting those.
You gotta get those reps.
There was something very interesting on the Minnesota ballots this year. So we have 4 parties. You have Republicans, you have Democrats, you have the cannabis legalization party, and then the 4th party is legalize weed now. So we have 2 weed parties in Minnesota. And then we have Republicans and Democrats.
Wait, what do you mean? You mean you have a Republican, you have a Democrat, and you have 2 libertarians?
Exactly. But I'm thinking to myself, not that I was voting for these people, but I mean, you're two pro-weed parties. That's the only thing you're really talking about with your platform. Why are you splitting the vote?
But it's similar to the Democrat and Republicans. It's just 2 pro-China, pro-war parties, and
you're splitting the vote.
Yeah, split the vote. Pick your favorite color. You're voting on your favorite flavor of ice cream is what you're doing.
So as cringe as this is, I actually did go out and vote today, and it pained me inside to do it, but I did have a little bit of fun doing with it. I only voted because crime is getting so fucking bad in New York, and apparently like Lee Zeldin actually has some sort of chance of winning, I've heard. And also fucking Kathy Howlucha, whatever the fucking cunt's name is, didn't even get elected. She's hated by everyone.
Howlucha, the fucking Pokemon?
Yeah, the Pokemon, yeah.
that's a good Pokemon, though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've been calling her. Because that's what her fucking...
hard.
Yeah, that's what her last name reminds me of. If only she was that cool. That cool. But I went out and fucking... I did the humiliation ritual because I'm like, all right, everyone hates this dumb cunt. She wasn't even elected. She was selected. I'm like, maybe there's a chance. It takes me like literally when I voted in 2020 for Kanye, it was either 10 or 15 minutes to go door to door from my apartment to vote to come back. So it took me no time at all. So I'm like, all right, let me go. And then I wrote in CZ Binance for one of them.
That's
for killing the tribe man Sam Freed.
For killing the bank man. I actually have to apologize because I remember I used to make threads like, are you gonna go follow Bankman or are you gonna follow the Chinese guy? Right? I like to trust my money with the Jews.
I know,
and clearly I was wrong.
I couldn't believe we were wrong.
The Chinese are beating Bankman Freed. His last name is Bankman. Yeah, and he got bought out by the Chinese. That's crazy.
I know. That's amazing.
It's
right there.
Over. That's like a sign that it's so over.
Yeah,
China is Chinese century.
There's always fucking categories on here where there's just one party, where it's just the Democrat. I don't understand.
Uncontested. Yeah. If you're in like a place like the New York City, running Republican is almost a waste of time.
That's just so insane that they like run unopposed and they're still on the ballot.
Well, this is half of how AOC got on the fucking Congress. Because is it? Yes and no. I mean, she ran basically further left, but people run unopposed all the time.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. Because I don't pay attention to all this shit in that much detail. It's all fake. Why would I pay that much? Why would I pay that much attention to fucking gay ass theater?
Usually no one pays attention.
Yeah.
So people just get away with shit, but like,
That's right.
you're like, you can oppose a lot of people if you have some like real clout. Yeah, you could fucking. This is why fucking like Kane is the fucking mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee, or some shit.
Like Kane from WWE.
Yeah, Kane from WWE is the fucking mayor of like Nashville or Knoxville, one of the two of them. Because he's just like has enough clout. He just was like, I'm gonna be fucking mayor, or Jesse Ventura, same thing.
Yeah,
you have enough clout from TV, I'm gonna be mayor. Suck my dick.
And then for surrogate and justice of the Supreme Court, I wrote in Ligma B. Johnson for both of them.
Based.
So and then the ones that actually had Republican, I actually fucking filled it in and participated in the humiliation ritual of voting. 96 times I did it. 96 times. So
I'm glad that you voted. You did your job. You did your civic duty.
I did my civic duty. I'm a little good boy doing my civic duty, going to jury duty, voting. What else is civic duty? Getting ass raped by
paying taxes.
Paying taxes.
You see,
absolutely fuck not.
You're getting rectally liberated and rectally affirmed.
Yeah, that rectal liberation is all it is.
I may be poor and I may not have no money and I may have lost it all in crypto, but you know what? I can still vote. I still got democracy on my side. I'm just gonna keep voting until Bitcoin hits $69,000 in the year 2055.
At least we can still vote.
Yeah. After the events of Deus Ex, the original Deus Ex have happened, Bitcoin will finally reach $69,000.
It's going to be like the end of Planet of the Apes. We're walking down the beach and there's a big fucking Bitcoin ticker sticking out of the beach. 68,999, and it just rolls over. We drop down to our knees like this.
Yeah,
that's literally how it's gonna happen. It looks like you're drinking Gamer Girl piss.
It's not far off from Gamer Girl piss, but if you're hearing this lighting, that looks like Mountain Dew, but it's actually pickle juice and gin. So it's like
that's somehow even worse than piss. I think I'd rather just drink my girlfriend's piss over that.
Honestly, I can't imagine that like Belle Delphine's piss tastes much different.
They have to have that same sour taste to it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no reason that pickle juice and piss aren't gonna have like similar taste to it. I'm
100%.
I bet you could fucking at a bar full of drunk people start offering up pickleback shots to them and just put piss in it. No one's gonna fucking know.
Well,
this is a little bit.
You're gonna get the one guy that's gonna be like, wait a minute, this is piss. And everyone's gonna be like, "How the fuck do you know that's piss?" It's like
don't ask.
Yo, Eggy,
I need to be able to do faster.
Can we get a sick freestyle right now? And when I say sick freestyle, I mean because you're sick.
That's right. Well, let's see here.
You're on Sway in the morning.
That's right. You know, I do have one on I have something on my YouTube channel.
5 Fingers of Death.
I did 5 Fingers of Death. I did a 20-minute freestyle off five beats with 0 views on my page. Yeah, I had a good time doing that. All right, let's see.
Nice.
Let me see what new beats uploaded today on YouTube. What we got?
He wants to prove it's not a written. He's like, it's right off the dome. Never even heard the beat before.
That's right.
Let's go.
West Side Boogie, Benny the Butcher type beat, Most Fly,
hell yeah.
Soulful Instrumental. This is made by Kosi, Kosi.
Griselda.
It's got 4 views, uploaded 58 minutes ago. They got 600 subs. All right, let me check it out one time. Woo! Yeah. Coming with that gravel tone. Woo! I feel like Onyx, like I'm sticky fingers. I got that presence that sticks and lingers. Oh, my sticks will linger. Yeah, with my fingers tucked inside your club. Guess what, bitch? It's a dead ringer. Who ringing out from hall to hall? Call that a reverb. Feel like sticky dough, how I'm puffing on the herb. In NYC, we get that from the unlicensed shops. You know that I do these freestyles, unlicensed drops. Yeah, I don't buy licenses. Yeah, I don't drive with no cars. But I go so hard and I go so far, coast to coast. And when I go inside the spot with my drink, no coaster, no, I leave my residue on everything that I touch. EWG on MK Ultra, man. We coming in clutch. We controlling your mental style. Me and verse, going verse for verse. Might put them ops inside a a hearse. James on the DJ booth putting in work. You know that we do this for all of the jerks. Ain't no soda, but we got that soda cooking up the Yola. E-double-G, yeah, I don't fuck with the payola. Nah, I ain't paying no stations to give me placement. You know, I'ma hop right out the whip, put this shit right in your face, son. Woo! That's just what I do. E-double-G, man, I come podcast even with the flu because I'm sick as it was, sick as it comes. I feel like Brother Lynch hung. We could get y'all done. Woo! Overdone, cooked up like a steak. Yeah, your body too tough. They can't even open the wake. No, they got to have it closed. Closing down shop. E-double-G, we close down the mom and pops. Then we open them back up under our own name. It's conglomerate business. When in our own lane.
Walmart
Management, you know how we manage this. No matter what the vocal cord damages, bitch, whatever the damage is, you get the invoice. E-double-G, no voice, but still go in with no choice. Yeah, I gotta be stuck to it. Ooh, married the game. Yeah, I fuck to it. Ooh.
Yo, Kanye through the wire? No, Eggy was flu.
Fire, dude. That was fire.
That's right. West Side Boogie, Benny the Butcher Tat beat. There goes. Thank you.
Griselda.
That's fucking crazy. I never understood how people could just go off the dome like that freestyling. That shit seems like impossible.
Probably the amount of money I make freestyling each month is probably all the money I've made off actual streaming revenue.
Really?
Combined times like 10 every month. Yeah, I have producers who will pay me 20 to $50 and send me a beat and be like, what could a rapper do to this freestyle on my beat right
just
now?
as like a what would this sound like good as a track? Like just a brainstorm type of thing.
Just because they know that I'm gonna come with like that heat immediately. I immediately, as soon as I hear like 5 seconds of it, I exactly know how it should sound. So I'm almost like a sommelier of acoustics or of a sonic thing for a producer. So they'll send 20, 50, whatever bucks, boom, drop it. And maybe, if I'm doing a stream, it might be a little less than that. But if it's on like a, DM basis, they'll be like, just hit this, first impressions, tear it up one time. Let me hear it back. Then they'll hear it back and they'll be like, okay, I know I should send this to whoever. I should send it to this rapper who I know, NLE Chop. I think he would sound like this on the track. So now I know that that's what it should sound like. I'm going to send it to him. I know that that's what whoever the rapper might be, I'm going to send it to him.
No, that's a really good idea, actually. Like, you're not even like, it's like a demo, essentially.
Yeah. What is that? Like 10 minutes worth of work max to record?
No, it's like he's freestyling it. So it's literally the length of the song.
Yeah, it's like, pretty much. Yeah. Well, the thing is because
he has to record it, then he has to send it to them, unless he's doing it for him live. But that's what I'm saying, like 10 minutes max total of work.
Yeah. That's a good 10 minutes, if you ask me.
Just kind of, I started doing it because at one point I went off YouTube because I got, well, I can't say I got banned because I'm operating YouTube account right now. So hypothetically, I got banned. But I went
in the what the fuck is that gay world called in Stranger Things? The Upside Down.
Upside Down, yeah.
Yeah, in the Upside Down, Eggy's banned, but in the real world, he's definitely not.
So when I moved over to Twitch back in 2019, and people would subscribe over there and then give me their $5, and I'd be like, all right. I tried. I'm thinking, how am I going to make this worth their time? So I basically just started doing like little 30, 40, 50-second freestyles to be like, oh, it's Chud Groip 14. All right, let's go ahead and just kick a few rhymes to like say that he's awesome or whatever. And I called it like a little sub appreciation freestyle. But it just started there, and then it kind of, people were like, oh, that was pretty good. Can you do another? I'll just donate. Would you do another one? And it kind of went from there. And now all of a sudden, it's just kind of become this second nature to me. I got a regular job a couple months ago because, as we've said today, this internet stuff's a little tough right now.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough.
So I have downtime.
Stop buying groceries, you fat fucks. Subscribe to content creators. Put all your money onto Gumroad and give it and to the subs and all the bits and whatever this gay shit's called. Stop eating, you fat fucks.
That's right.
There's seed oils in the food. There's oils in your stupid little snacks. There's high fructose corn syrup.
Gotta do it like
giving me an Eggy and Verse $5 each a month.
That's right. If you're gonna drink oil, do it Tuscan, Arizona style, olive style.
That's right.
But so yeah, I'm just sitting at work and I just like take pencils from the desk and I'm just like, I'll sit there and be like, just making little pencil beats and shit like I'm some kind of middle school or something. I don't know nothing else to do. I'm getting paid. There's no work to do at the time.
Sometimes, yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm rolling these gears, I'm rolling these wheels and turning these cogs 24/7. So when the next time it's time to, lay down some improvised stuff, I'm always going to come correct. I'm always going to come proper. Even if I come and show up to a podcast with 10% of my voice, I can still drop some heat.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That brings it together, weaves it complete. Ooh.
I think we just need to start holding fucking people at gunpoint, telling them to subscribe. Go up to a random person on the street, hold up the gun, they start trying to get out their wallet, and then they give me cash instead of like taking out their credit card. I'm like, what are you doing with this cash? Get out your credit card. Get out your cell phone. They go to
Manhattan. Manhattan would be like the perfect inverse of the Vegas scene where the club promoters are like shaking you down. I gave you the card, man. You owe me. I gave you the good fortune card. I let you take a picture with my girl. You owe me. In Manhattan, it's different. You got James running down. Hey, I gave you my Gumroad invite code. You give me that $5, motherfucker. I'm not leaving. You give me that. You give me the Gumroad card back, or are you gonna pay up?
Eggy, do you feel like not being on Twitter and hypothetically of getting banned once in YouTube set you back a lot, or?
Well, I will say Twitter I never cared a ton about because I had a couple Twitter accounts from like 2012 through whenever I'd tried it a couple times. It never really was for me. But when I had my main Egg White account, the one I had from 2015 to 2018, when that one went down, I just felt kind of, because there was a guy who was like obsessed with me. He really didn't like me. He basically just false flagged me, but I wasn't able to take it to trusted flagger because I had done all these long streams, which is something I kind of had been known for, doing like 8 to 12 hour streams.
Yeah.
But he went way back in my catalog. When I very first started streaming in 2017, I did like a stamina test while I still was working the job I was working at the time to see if I could like really get myself into the streaming mindset. So the first month I streamed 8 hours a day for 30 days straight, even if I was working, no matter what. Some days there was a couple days where I went like back to back 8-hour streams just to make it work for the day, to make it work for however it was going to fit. And I still messed it up a little bit, but so this guy went back and mass flagged some of these old 8-hour streams because there was a naughty word here or there, but when I lost that, it did kind of put a little damper, a little rain on my parade, took a little bit of the wind out of my sail. And I probably was not even really thinking about coming back, but there was this video from Primink in 2018, late 2018, where he talked about how I got blamed for those murders, and it did like 200,000 views in 2 weeks. And I was still on Twitter
that you got blamed for murder?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Is this just like Sam Hyde shit where
Yeah, I was kind of like I was like the other white meat, so to speak. I got blamed for the Umpqua Community College shooting in October 2015.
Oh shit!
So they put me on the news and all this stuff. I had no idea.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I had no idea about this. Yeah,
I think that the one tweet is still up from Tom Winter from NBC. It's like I have the screen cap of it on my Instagram. In any case, the so-called Eggman has communicated with NBC that he is alive and he was not the shooter because the shooter was dead at that point.
Yeah,
but I'm driving down the street. I have no idea. I'm like looking at my phone. I didn't even have social media at the time. They were messaging my OkCupid account.
That's savage.
That's so fucking funny.
It was insane.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but I did have a Snapchat to like talk to keep up with my family, and I had added a couple people from 4chan on the Snapchat. So like Snapchat was known to a degree. So I look at it and I have like 50 people that added me. So I just, I pull over my car for something. I want to go take a piss or whatever. And I'm adding people, and it's all these journalists from all these publications. And I just happen to choose NBC. They're like, "Oh my goodness, are you alive? Are you alive?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And just the fact I said, "What the fuck are you talking about?" That was okay. He's alive. The shooter's dead. So it's not him. Because when I pulled over into my hotel, I was in, I forget what it was in Idaho. It's some town that's like, it's 3 words in the name. It's like something to something. I don't remember exactly, but it's when you're coming through west from Washington State into Idaho. I forget exactly whatever it was. I sat down. I went into my hotel there and I turned on the TV and it was Wolf Blitzer having like a round table. They were talking about me. Shit was surreal.
That's crazy.
But in any case, so Primink basically did like a video like, oh, this is what happened or whatever. And that was what took his channel up, because when he reached out to do the video, get some info from me, he had 2,000 subscribers. I think he retired now, but he had over 1 million. And the video he did on me was the one that took him from like 2,000 to like, he went to like 200,000, because the video ended up with like 1.5 million views.
That's
YouTube
insane.
ended up taking it down because I guess, I was a little too hardcore for the video. But when that video was doing those numbers, I did still have a Twitter. So my Twitter went up by like double in a week because he linked my Twitter in the video. And so once I had so many people reaching out to me, that's what brought me back to start doing stuff. And I made an account at that time to go back to YouTube, and it, had a real good run on there, had a great time. But then last October, I had that channel go down because there had been a stream I had done in early 2021 where I'd listened to an album that somebody made of Isis Nasheeds by Alvin and the Chipmunks. So it was these Isis Nasheeds sped up and pitched up to Alvin and the Chipmunks.
So funny.
But YouTube eventually detected it, and they took my whole channel down for promotion of terrorism or something like that. So then I was kind of hurt again. I liked Twitter. I had a great time on there. It was a lot of fun, and I think I probably had the biggest impact on there, because when I went down, I had like 22,000 followers at the time, I think. So I probably had the biggest audience that I had of any platform on that website, and a lot of people who still know me, kind of remember me from my time on there, as opposed to some of my other stuff. But to me, YouTube was always still, my prime field to till my expressive seed and really express myself. I love memeing. I've always been Mr. Meme. I can't get enough, but YouTube was my jam. And so it just kind of hurts to see it sucking more and more. Some people, they stepped into being terminally online. I was there from when DSL was invented. I was there with absent parents in the year 2000 on Newgrounds. We're some real old heads. Sorry, Zoomers. I know you're really poisoned.
How old
on
are
your
you?
iPads? I'm going to be 31 in about
we're the same
actually,
age. I knew it.
Yeah.
When you said
Exactly
Newgrounds, I
4
was like,
weeks.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
There was that game that fucking like Osama bin Laden Newgrounds game. I just remember playing.
There's
the shit
so
out of
many
that.
of those Flash games.
There's so many of those, yeah. And also like the one that like first got me into the internet was when the Michael Jackson dropping his baby off the ledge game, and you have to catch it in a basket.
Oh, I think I remember that.
And I was like, the internet fucking rocks, dude. And that like got me online forever.
Yeah, no, I remember before my 4chan days, it was fucking a little bit of Newgrounds, but mostly E-Bombs World.
Oh, Bombs was the other one, yeah.
Oh, you're the ops. You're the ops. We don't fuck with E-bombsers.
The ops? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, E-bombs, for any of our young listeners out there, basically this was a time before content ID existed. So what would happen at, back in this era was Newgrounds, people had their account, they would submit their animation, they would submit their game, whatever the case might be, and it would get awards on Newgrounds. It would get put on the front page, all that good stuff. That's when Eric Bauman or whatever his name was from E-Bombs World, he'd go log over to Newgrounds. We had this thing called Flash Catcher, which was, before you had Inspect Element and all that, you would run Flash Catcher and it would scan the web page for that Flash file so you could download it. And you would do this, so you could have your Flash games on the go. It was really a revolutionary technology for a youngster at the time. But he'd go on to Newgrounds and he'd see what's the top thing right now. I mean, he'd take shit on E-Bombs World. He'd pull it on E-Bombs World and it would still have a Newgrounds logo on it. But he'd just go over there to what the front page was. He'd hit it, bring it over to E-Bombs World, and load the page up with advertisements for money. And so it was the big thing at the time.
I didn't realize that was the deal.
Yeah, it was like this original content thief, and everybody.
I found E-Bombs from the Papa Smurf Can I Lick Your Ass video.
That's classic.
Ass, bitch. Yeah, that was like the first time I ever heard of E-Bombs. But yeah, Newgrounds was the best. Everyone knew it was the best.
I feel like the only thing I really missed out on with old internet is Something Awful.
Oh, yeah,
I
that was
never
also,
been on
like,
that once.
Something Awful, Ogreish, all those were kind of like you had to be a little bit fucked up. I mean, like you end up on there every once in a while because of
But
4chan.
wasn't Something Awful just pretty much proto 4chan in a way?
No, well, I don't know if it was before. I mean, it would get
thought it
linked all the
was.
time.
Yeah,
It always get
yeah.
linked on 4chan.
It was before 4chan,
Yeah.
but
It came before?
it was
Okay.
4chan really leaned fully into the Japanese image board
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
Whereas with Something Awful, you still had that classic late 90s, early 2000s forum culture where, join date held rank, post count held rank.
Yeah.
You'd have maybe a certain kind of flair or whatever, a certain kind of special something.
Mhm.
And so as much as I really enjoyed those days of the old forum subculture, it was a lot more circle
I miss
jerking
those days.
was able to be happening on there versus a totally anonymous image board culture.
It's actually crazy to me that there's still people that like use message boards like religiously.
I mean, those were better. I mean, they were more. I mean, it feels like Twitter. They felt the same as Twitter does. It's just like Twitter's the entire planet.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's Twitter, but worse. Twitter
Yeah,
board
it's
is
Twitter
the
but worse.
ultimate message board.
Yeah,
That's
it
true.
is.
Yeah.
It is Twitter, but worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember I used to be so obsessed with my post count to get on the top of like the top 10 posters list, and I used to be on like the RPG boards where they'd have like the built-in text RPG.
A poster since childhood.
I've been a poster. I was literally like 9 years old. I used to have to lie about my age because if you were under 13, you were auto banned. And then one day they all found out after I'd been there for like a year basically, and they were like, "We like him." They found out I was 10, and they were like, "I'm sorry, what?" 10 years old. No wonder.
That makes me want to say something that will never have a reason to get brought up again. But speaking of Newgrounds, in 2006, that summer, I was elevated to the mod of the Newgrounds Pal Talk room. Wade
Big
Fulp,
shot over here. Whoa.
Wade Fulp. No, because I'd go on to Mike every now and then, and I would do like literally like I'm not even gonna try to do it right now because my voice is already kind of fucked right now, but I would just try to like artificially gruff up my voice by like, hey guys, how's it go? And apparently the shit worked. Yeah, Wade Fulp, he was on there like singing my praises, but they ended up, like at the end of the summer, they're like, yo, you're invited to the Big Shot meetup or whatever. So I asked my mom, I'm 13 years old, and I asked my mom, I'm like, I guess I would have been 14 in 2006. So I was 14 years old, and I asked my mom, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna hang out with a couple guys. Can you give me a ride to 40 minutes north of here by the cities? She's like, a couple, do you know, are these young men from your school? I'm like, it's like 40-year-old men who moderate a cartoon forum. And she was like, oh my goodness, absolutely not. There's no way. So I had to tell them, I'm like, oh yeah, sorry guys. And they're like, I didn't even tell them that I was 30 or that I was 14. I just said, oh, sorry, something came up. And they're like, wow, man, like you're just trying to like duck the bros. Like, we really thought we were about to hang out there. Like they were gonna go to like strip clubs and bars and shit.
Oh
and
my
I'm
God.
crying.
I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, I would have been down to fucking try a fake. I mean, I was already
show when you're like 13 years old.
Look, at 14, I was already on some shit.
You try to just pull some possible shit.
Yeah, I was right? I was like 5'10" at 14. I kind of I was out there. I was fucking around. I was a little
back
hoodlum
then.
and shit, so
what is that like 2005 or some shit?
2006.
Like,
he said.
2006. Yeah, you could get away with shit. You can get away with going to a fucking strip club back then. No one gave a fuck.
Yeah,
back then you could get away with a lot of stuff. Now everyone's fucking pussy. But like 2006, you could go to like.
Dude, I was going to fucking strip clubs in high school.
I've told people you got to have either $0 or a lot of fucking dollars. But
So
if you have a minimal like a normal amount of money, you have like you can afford to pay
a midwit amount of money.
Yeah, if you have a midwit amount of money, if you can afford like insurance, like health insurance, like you're fucking done. You're not getting no bitches.
Yeah.
But if you're broke, you're sleeping on your friend's couch, you'll swim in pussy.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Weird. Women like extremes.
I
They're
guess
like do something like be interesting. You're sleeping on a couch. Why do you have confidence when you're sleeping on a couch?
That is true. That actually does make sense because like the midwit that's like making a normal amount of money. They're like usually the most boring fucking person ever.
Yeah. But then it's like the person who's like on the couch is like, okay, you shouldn't have confidence while you're sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
And now they're intrigued. They want to talk to you. They're like, oh, he's charming. He's down on his luck.
Yeah.
And you get laid. It's very
And,
strange.
and if you're rich, self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory, exactly. And no, it's very strange how women their thought process doesn't make sense to me. But hey, look, and especially now that I'm in the middle again, I'm back in the middle amount of money where I have like a normal income, and now I'm back in zero bitches, bitchless.
Verse, I want to tell you a little story. So back in October, my good friend Simeon Jimmy invited me to his lovely home for a video called Wheel of Cursed Meals. I think it was 5. One of the challenges we did in this video was a shot of Everclear, and it's not full strength. It was the 151 Everclear because that's what they sold near him.
Wait, 151's not the full strength?
No, the regular stuff. 190, I think. The real shit.
It like literally burns the shit out of your throat. It sucks. I did it in college. It sucks.
It was a shot of that 151 Everclear mixed with Easy Mac cheese powder.
Oh my
God. So gross.
So I shot that down. I kept it down. I won that challenge point. But after I was leaving, he said, there's no way I'm ever going to drink this shit. Take it with you. So I took it with me back home, and I hadn't streamed for like a week. So I'm like, oh, fuck, I better stream. I had to work that week, but I'm like, fuck, I better stream. So I worked. I think I got home from work at midnight, because I have about a 30-minute commute. I think I got back home, started streaming. So I got home by like 11:40. I started streaming at midnight on October, whatever. I think it was October 10th. Yeah, that would make sense. So October 10th that night, and I had to get up on Saturday morning. So I'm like, well, for my people, for my audience, I'm gonna do a drink. I ended up drinking about probably 500 or so milliliters of that Everclear in about a 4-hour live stream. And I became very, very ill. I literally blacked out. The only reason the stream ended is because I accidentally tripped over my own router and unplugged it and ended the stream. It was very rough. But yeah, I ended up getting up on about 3.5 hours of sleep. I got up to do a podcast, and I sounded very similar at that time as what I sound like right now. I got up to do a podcast for the latest She-Hulk episode for his. So it was this. Podcast.
It was October 10th of this month of this year.
Yeah. So like 4 weeks ago, okay. And then I went into work a 10-hour shift. I literally I clicked end because we used to do where we'd record on Audacity, and then we'd send him our audio file, but he was just recording the whole Discord call at this point. So I clicked, all right, well, have a good day, everybody. I clicked end. I walked out. I was in my work clothes. I picked up my lunchbox. I went out, got in my car, drove my 30-minute commute. And oh my goodness, it was a tough day.
Bro, I couldn't do that. I would have to call out for that one.
Dude, you're insane.
Everclear, that's actually insane. First off, I would not have woken up 3 hours later after that Everclear. I'm telling you that first and foremost, because Everclear kind of hits even if it's the 151.
It is fucking like toxic.
It's actual poison.
That's right,
dude. I don't know how people do fucking like insane challenges and stuff for like content and whatnot. Like, I'm committed to the craft, but like that's a whole other level.
Some people are just more dedicated than you. It's simple. Some people are not bitch.
Yeah, I'll never be fucking Filthy Frank or Mr. Beast because of the absurdity that they'll fucking do.
So I mean, I just found out. I mean, this is why Mr. Beast is a billionaire.
Yeah,
and you're not. He was dedicated to the content.
That's fine with me. I don't think I could do fucking how long did he say PewDiePie for straight or something like that? Like what?
You're like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, those 24 hours, 48-hour streams were fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's that's literally just retarded. I mean, like, it worked.
So I mean, he would like count for fucking 24 hours. It's like, it's just, I don't know. Shout out to him though, because I would never do that.
Yeah, no, I mean, his work ethic's insane. I mean, he deserves the spot he has for how hard he's fucking worked for it. Would I ever want that? Fuck no. Not if I had to do that type of shit. No way. Eggy, anything you want to promote?
Well, if you want to look up my YouTube channel, LSMS Fitness, it's kind of turned back more into when I started it as a fitness channel after my last being shown out the door, so to speak. I kind of right now with my full-time work, it's more of just I stream once a week channel again. But if anybody wants to stop in and see some real unhinged shit that YouTube doesn't take down because it's got a low enough subscriber count that it doesn't get picked up by the algorithm, we'd be happy to have you always. Otherwise, go stream my music on Spotify. Tactical soap. It's the romance anthem for the holiday season. The ladies love it. Make sure to check it out. Thank you very much.
MKUltramoney.gumroad.com. $5 a month. Get this uncut episode there right now. Go subscribe.
Word. Check out Version Lucas at Version Lucas on Twitter and Verse Saloon on YouTube and Version Lucas on everything else.